Welcome back to another episode of the It's Hard to Explain podcast. It's Jake Kagan, Adam, and Ethan back at it again, live again. It's not October yet, but this is our first official October spooky episode.
Ooh,
not our first October episode, but our first spoopy episode.
It's the ween.
It's the ween.
It's almost ween.
We were talking as we were doing quote-unquote research for this episode about the next episode, which will be the last episode of October. Do you guys want to talk about that, or do we want to wait?
I think we should wait.
Wait?
Yeah.
Okay, we got an idea for that one, and it is a visual bit. And it'll be funny, I think.
I think it will be.
Yeah. But today, before we get into our topic, how's it going, boys?
Awful. It's going.
It's going good.
It's going.
I'm tired and hot.
I'm
Tired and hot.
I'm still thinking about the editing you did yesterday on the video.
Oh.
It was good.
You
It
can
was
talk
good.
about that now, because by the time this episode's out, that episode will be out.
I thought it was good. It was really funny.
What part was funny, Kagan?
Just whenever he's like staring off into space,
Oh.
Oh,
and
the
he just
brain
put
rot?
he just put like the Chinese brain rot on his forehead.
So,
with the very faint audio that you could
It
barely
echoed.
hear.
Like it was in my head.
What I was thinking, and we were talking about this last night, with us having a video component and the audio, viewers and listeners can have different experiences. If they watch the YouTube video,
Yeah.
they can see the visual bits that Ethan's putting up on screen, because we did figure out a way to put photos up on screen if we're referencing something. And he did put a little bit of, I think he put one or two audio bits in the last episode, and they are going to be unaffected in in Spotify if you're just listening to the episode. But if you want to watch it, it's a different experience there. So
Yeah.
you can pick and choose what you want. So that's pretty cool. We got variety and options. Hopefully our goal was to keep the audio quality the same, and not change it, and not have a downgrade in quality in terms of audio, because we know that our cameras aren't the best, but they work. They do the job, and we're doing what
And
we
they're
can
all
with what we
three
have.
the exact same camera.
Yeah, they are the exact same camera. Logitech cameras, right? I think it's
Logitech.
like 1080p,
Logitech.
something like that. So whenever we move our hands super fast, it's
It's like we got the Sandevastain from
yeah.
Cyberpunk.
But if I move slowly, it's just a little better. But
yeah,
whenever I clap super fast, I can hardly see my hands.
we all got to start from somewhere.
Anything new, boys? For me, Kagan, we didn't talk about our trip last time.
I thought we did.
I don't know if did we talk about our trip to the beach?
I don't think you did.
I don't think you did.
Kagan and I? Yeah, we went to the beach. It was fun. We had just gotten back like 2 days after when we recorded the last episode, which was the update and Comic-Con video. And we went to Comic-Con 2 days after we got back, so that was fun. Do you want to mention that, Kagan?
We went to the beach.
I went to Bussy's for the first time.
You went to Bussy's.
Yeah,
we went to,
How was it?
We
Did
went
you-
to Bussy's, and Jake had never eaten Bussy before, so
Okay.
I said, let's get you some Bussy, boy.
And
double
boy,
down, my
did
homie.
I get Bussy.
And we're still going.
So we're talking about Buc-ee's. Is it a gas station chain?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes,
and
it's the
it's
Walmart of gas stations.
Primarily in Texas, right?
That's where it's
like
from.
It's yeah,
Primarily in the South.
and yeah, everywhere. So
It was founded in Texas. They've expanded out a little bit. We're getting one here. God knows when. But
Take your head off, boy. That's a Buc-ee's.
our Lord and Savior. Yeah. So we went to church, and that was the first time that I had ever gone to a Bussy's or Buc-ee's. I'm so used to saying Bussy's. And the food was pretty good. It was pretty good. Bryce is pulling up all
map of
Bussy's location
Buc-ee's.
map.
looks like there's one in Texas.
So it's not completely the South.
Okay.
Mostly
No.
Texas, one in Louisiana, one in Mississippi,
There's
4 in Florida.
I mean, it's
Planned.
it's
Okay.
It's gradually eating the state.
it's gradually
Or-
eating the
or
nation.
the nation, yeah.
one all the way up in Wisconsin.
Wow.
Wow.
But
There you go.
they are
They are
primarily
building-
in the South.
They are building one here in Arkansas.
Yes.
So that map, it's about to have one right smack dab and basically in the center of Arkansas.
It's also
Yeah.
really close to where we're at.
Yeah, it's
so-
not too far from us.
Ethan and Adam, have you guys been to a Buc-ee's before?
Yes,
Not once
several
in my
times.
Really?
Their food is pretty good.
I've
Their
never been
food
to Buc-ee's.
is pretty good.
For
It's
gas
pretty good.
station food, it's S tier.
See,
It's overwhelming.
I get
Yeah.
I get the gas station food at the Quick Trip up there.
Oh, yeah.
Near the exchange, the 430 I-30 exchange.
Yeah.
I go to Quick Trip a lot, and I mess up all the stuff they have there: the pizza, the hot dogs, the
Just
taquitos.
picture that, but like 10 times better.
I got a
because
chicken sandwich and a brisket
I can't
sandwich.
wait to eat there and be like, "Wow, this is the most mid cardboard shit I've ever put in my
It's
mouth."
actually not
It's really
bad.
not.
It's really
quality food.
You watch them make all the food. It's not like it's processed. You
Yeah.
watch them cook the brisket. And
I
then
mean, I watched them at QT too. They have a kitchen behind the counter.
I watched them put it on the roller,
Yeah, I watched them put their taquitos on the roller, man.
and I'll eat it just the same.
their burritos fuck hard. They're
it
really
was-
good.
But Bucky's does have like a tourist,
Oh, definitely. It's a
or
tourist.
like tourist aura to it.
I was most amazed by their bathrooms, if I'm being honest.
yeah, we
But,
went in
like,
there.
Were they
You
super
thought
clean or?
They were really clean, and it was huge.
you
It's
thought Jake had seen like
organized.
the gates of
People-
heaven. He was like,
I was like,
People
God.
wait in line,
Whoa.
but it's like an efficient line. Like there's constantly people moving in and out of stalls.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're
you're
just-
not waiting.
They're just so clean. It's
Yeah.
like-
they're also like big open spaces. Maybe Bryce can put up a Bussy's bathroom.
Pussy's bathroom.
Bathrooms.
Pussy's
See,
bathroom.
see what it looks
camera.
like on camera.
Yeah, their bathrooms are just really clean.
The
Yeah.
walls just lined with stalls.
Yeah, the
Yep.
walls are
Urinals.
lined with stalls.
Look at that.
There's like I'm seeing like 9 urinals.
And
no,
like
no,
in
no,
the
more than
center,
that.
in
That's
the
like
center,
15 urinals.
Yeah, in the center of the bathrooms, it's this big open space with the walls lined with urinals, and in the center there's sinks.
Like a sink
It's pretty cool.
reservoir area.
Like a sink island.
Yeah.
Like
and
the
then-
island in a kitchen.
yeah.
Whenever you're walking to the bathrooms, they also have a bunch of artwork on the walls, and a lot of them are like carved
Yeah.
flags.
Yeah.
They're
It's
like
really
those
cool.
carved
There you go.
flags.
There's
Yeah.
the sink island.
Yeah, it's really cool. Their food was pretty good. They actually have a lot of drink options too, like a lot of.
They have their own soda.
fountain sodas. Yeah,
I
It's
mean,
called.
It's just
Bussy's
Bussy juice.
soda.
just that bussy
Yeah,
juice.
Bussy juice.
I love their bussy cheese, their bussy popcorn, their bussy meat, their bussy soda.
Man,
I just love bussy.
Bussy. I love Bussy.
Bussy. Yum, yum, yum.
That was probably the best part of the whole trip.
Really?
No.
The best part of your trip to the beach was Bucky's.
Oh, Bryce is looking up the bussy nuggets.
Oh, they have like cherry sours. They're good.
Oh, their
I
cherry
have
sour's
tried
fuck-
those because Kagan brought some home and I tried some.
They're
Their
good.
chocolate covered peanuts are pretty good.
Yeah.
But we went to Gulf Shores. Is that where we went?
Yep.
Gulf Shores. Had a pretty good time.
It was a good time.
It was me, my mom, and Kayla and Jake.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed in a nice condo. Me and Jake watched all of Peacemaker
Yeah, we
to
got
get
caught
caught
up.
up.
Yeah.
And then
We're
we
not caught
came
up
back.
anymore, but-
Well, we came back to watch season 2, and then remembered our living room TV's fucked, so we can't really.
What's wrong with your TV?
I think one of his cats gnawed
I
on
think
the edge.
Pudge, when she was like teething, she like gnawed on the corner, and it just gradually has gotten
the
worse
panel.
over time.
So now whenever we try, we before like the night before we went on vacation, we tried to watch Rick and Morty, and I can't remember if we watched one episode and then it happened, or we just
No, it
just
was like
happened
that
on
from the
first
get-go.
But it was fine at first, but like a couple seconds in, everything was like, I don't
Green,
know, ghosting.
purple,
It was,
and-
all the images were ghosting,
Yeah.
and it turned green and purple. The screen did, and the colors were messed up.
We're like, oh
so
my
we were like,
God.
well,
The
I can't do
pixels
this.
were screaming in agony.
Yeah, they were. The audio was fine though. It's just the picture was not
Good.
it anymore. Yeah. So yeah, we took things and watched Peacemaker, which was great. I actually really enjoyed it. We also
It's a really good show.
We watched Mitchell versus the Machines, which is an animated movie.
Oh,
that I had never
yeah.
seen.
We also watched that movie Friendship.
And we watched Friendship. We watched a lot of stuff.
I couldn't tell you what that movie was about. I watched all of it, and I still don't know what it's about.
It was a weird movie. It's an A24 movie. It's not scary, but it's just
It's supposed to be a comedy.
some of it was funny.
It was
It's got
Someone will find that funny.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd and
I forget the other.
you know the guy's name, Adam. You corrected us last time. It's the guy that says, "I didn't do fucking shit."
Oh yeah.
I didn't do fucking shit. He's on the
I can't remember.
Curb Your
the,
I
Enthusiasm.
really got to figure out a way to make money off of this.
You don't remember his name?
No.
I mean, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think of Larry David.
Bryce is gonna pull it up while we talk about it, but he's in it.
Yeah,
he's
like
one of the main characters.
I think
the
of
main character.
Larry David whenever I
Curb
think
Your
of
Enthusiasm.
whenever
Or just
I
look
think
up
of
the
Curb Your
Friendship
Enthusiasm.
movie.
Bum bum bum.
But
Yeah.
it's we watched it, and I was just like, dude, I don't know what this is about at all.
Yeah, I think it's just about like an outcast finding a friend group and then kind of
Larry David.
What?
No, it's not Larry David.
Yeah, Larry David's like the main guy from Curb Your
Look
Enthusiasm.
up Friendship.
Cast
A24.
of Friendship.
Yeah, just Friendship A24.
give
I can't. I can't believe I can't remember his name. He's fairly new to me. I haven't seen him in a whole bunch of stuff.
He's been in stuff for a while. He's just
I guess
he's
he's just
very-
been in more stuff recently.
niche things.
Yeah, it's that guy on the left there.
You'll know him when you see him.
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson.
That is his name. Tim Robinson. Didn't know? Did you know him? Well, you're the one that corrected us last time.
Well, last time you said Curb Your Enthusiasm, and then you said a name that I didn't know, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" Larry David's the guy from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I'm so confused. But yeah, it's Tim
so
Robinson.
We were the ones that were wrong.
Yeah.
I guess so. I don't know. Well, I guess I got that wrong. Anyways, we watched that, and like Kagan, I can't tell you what it was about. Friendship, probably.
It's about friendship.
Yeah.
It's about a man who just wants friends but doesn't know how to have friends, so he ends up driving them away and then becomes like really obsessed over them.
Biography
Now we quote, Kagan and I
about
quote
me.
one scene in particular from that movie all the time now.
Where they're like boxing in his garage because they've all been drinking, so they're like fucking around in his garage, and Tim Robinson takes a cheap shot on Paul Rudd's character,
Yeah.
and all his friends are like, "What the fuck, man? That wasn't cool." And then he just goes, "Oh, I got it," and he puts a bar of soap in his mouth. And he goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I'm sorry."
It's so awkward to watch. But
It's so awkward,
funny
but
as shit.
we quote it all the time now. It's
Yeah.
a vocal stim that's really funny to us.
But that trip was fun. What's up, Bryce? Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
that's a fire
dangerous.
hazard.
That's
dangerous.
Let me go fix that.
Okay.
All
right.
I forgot to blow the candle out.
Yeah, there's a candle over there, and we've got a roll of paper towels out, and it's kind of just like,
blow.
yeah, it's like, do we?
It would have
Catches
been
fire
funny
and the
if we just
sprinklers
left it.
just go off.
It would have been funny if we left it so you just see on the camera from like outside.
You see an orange glow from
Like
the back.
it's about like an hour and a half long episode, and it just gradually starts getting brighter,
And the room slowly fills up with smoke.
It's like we should probably take care of that.
Yeah.
I just picture the music video for My Hero by Foo Fighters.
Oh.
Where they're like just performing in a burning down house. And someone made that meme of like when my house is on fire and I accidentally called the Foo Fighters instead of the firefighters. And he goes in and they're just in his living room in a
thought it
burning
was-
house jamming.
I thought it was when my house is on fire and the Foo Fighters are there for some reason.
I mean, I saw that one, and then I saw the other one where it, like I accidentally called the Foo Fighters instead of the firefighters.
They're gonna fight the Foo.
Have they beaten the Foo yet? It's been like 30 years, 40.
We've been fighting the Foo for
It's
a
a
while,
tough war,
bro.
man. It's a tough war.
It's a tough war.
I was actually wondering what that was all about. Apparently, the Foo is like an old like alien
Yeah.
thing, like an old
Yeah.
alien conspiracy. A group of aliens called the Foo.
Yeah.
So that's where they got their band name. I thought that was interesting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Until just now.
interesting
Adam,
nuggets
that's
of
really
wisdom with
interesting.
Adam.
Adam, like that's
That's
really
so
interesting,
awesome.
man. Like that, I didn't know that until
Yeah.
just now.
Yeah.
Until you said it, actually.
Man, what
Yeah.
a guy.
Man, what a guy.
Dave
Adam.
Grohl was also the devil in Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny.
Adam.
Did you know that? Yeah, Dave
Dude,
Grohl from the Foo Fighters was the devil in Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny.
That is awesome, and this is completely unrelated. But remember, we didn't finish our conversation earlier about how funny this guy is.
Oh, come.
Adam, this guy is just—he's hilarious.
At least I think it was Dave Grohl. Bryce is fact checking me.
Oh, is he? Pick of Destiny. Jack Black was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this.
yeah, he was Satan in Pick of Destiny in the
Oh,
movie.
Fligga,
In the movie and in the music video for what's that song? Tribute. In the music video for Tribute.
I've
say
never
nay,
heard of
but
Pick of
men.
Destiny.
Really?
Yeah,
It's a funny
Really?
movie.
it's like whenever I was younger, I heard a lot of these movies being talked about that I had never heard of, like Lil Nicky.
Lil Nicky.
Never heard of
Lil
that
Nicky's
one.
a good
and
one.
It was like prolific whenever I was little because I was like everyone was talking about it.
I will
and
say-
was like, what are you talking
In
about?
my opinion, that's one of Adam Sandler's worst movies. But
Oh, for sure.
it's still okay. Like I enjoyed watching it.
Popeyes is fucking awesome.
Popeyes is fucking awesome. And then Hitler is in hell, and every day he has to go to the devil to get a pineapple shoved up his ass.
And he's dressed as a maid.
Yeah, he's like a French maid.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, you guys want to talk about anything else before we get into our main topic of today?
I'm ready to get into the main topic.
I'm ready to get into meat and taters.
So earlier, like for the past 5 hours or so, we have all sat down and watched a multitude of analog horror series or
And do the
videos. So that's going to be what we're talking about today. We're going to go over what analog horror is and just what we watched.
Yeah, because we watched quite a lot. I'm trying to think. What all did we watch?
I have a list. I have a list right
Yeah,
here.
Jake
and
has them all recorded.
I do want to preface that we didn't get to finish all of these because a lot of these are series on YouTube.
and they're quite long.
yeah,
Yeah.
they can range from an hour to 2 hours to
Like
2.5 hours to
And
4
then
hours.
there's a couple that were like all together. Local 58 was probably less than 30 minutes to watch all of that.
Yeah, so now in this episode, we're kind of presenting to you a charcuterie board of analog horror. So we got a little bit of everything. We're going to have some honorable mentions, and we are going to spoil a lot of these. So if you haven't heard of any of these and they sound interesting while we're talking about them, watch them
Indeed.
on your own time before we spoil them.
And as we talk about them, we will be, shouting out their creators and
Yes.
whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
Adam, what is analog horror?
so Bryce has actually pulled up a definition for us on the TV.
Hell yeah.
Analog horror is a subgenre of horror fiction and an offshoot of the found footage film genres, said to have origins in online horror of the late 2000s and early 2010s, including creepypastas, stories such as The Backrooms, and various other creepypastas.
According to Wikipedia. But that is...
But that's a
yeah.
pretty accurate description of what analog horror is.
Yes.
Yeah.
They use outdated aesthetic using VHS tapes and CRTV filters or footage for a lot of these videos. And the ones that we watched today were the Mandela Catalogue. We didn't finish it, but we watched a good bit, maybe half.
I think we watched the first 2 volumes.
Okay, so is that half or a little
It's
less
not.
than half?
It's not half, but it's a pretty good chunk. I'd say it's probably close to a third, maybe.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 seasons of
There's 3 volumes technically, but there's like a lot of in between
In-between, yeah.
stuff.
Okay. And then another one we watched was Gemini Home Entertainment. We didn't finish that one, but we watched quite a few
We
of
probably
them.
watched about half of that one.
Yeah. And then we watched some Jurassic Park analog horror. We watched 2 videos of that one by 2 different people, and I can't remember the names of the...
Of the channels.
Of the
Well, I think
channels.
for that one, those channels were reposting. Because I think, pretty sure that Jurassic Park analog horror project was official. Like it was tied to like the movie release.
Okay. And then we watched one called This House Has People in It,
That one aired on Adult Swim.
Local 58. And then we watched the first episode of The Backrooms.
Yeah, the original, the one that started it all.
which the
Right.
Backrooms. Everyone knows the Backrooms.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the most well-known ones.
Which it should be said that the Backrooms, the concept of the Backrooms was around before that video.
Yeah.
That video was just the one that made it popular.
He
The Kane Pixels video.
Kane
No one-
Parsons or Kane Pixels
Kane
popularized
Pixels.
it. Yeah.
No one knows who made the original like photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think didn't it show up on like a 4chan?
Yeah, I think
page or
it's
something?
just one of those old like liminal space pictures that were circulating around the internet.
And it got really popular. And then Kane Pixels
And
made
that picture, the one we're talking about, is right here.
Whenever Ethan's editing this, it's not even going to be on you. It's going to be over here.
right there.
there.
Right here.
Right
Kagan,
there.
Kagan, right here.
Right here,
Right
yeah.
here.
Man, Ethan, you're
over
gonna have to put
here.
that picture in here like 5 times.
Yeah. And what was I going to say? Now, the Backrooms is like its own subgenre of horror now because there's like people have made new rooms, new
Yeah.
entities, and things like
It's
that.
weird
so-
because at this point, the Backrooms has almost become like it's so like well known that it's like not even like a horror project anymore. It's kind of like,
It's just taking its own form.
yeah, it's weird. It's like people look at it not as like this horror project. It's more like it's kind of referred to in the same vein of like brain rot content.
a little bit, yeah. And
Me when I'm gooning my gat in Ohio in the back rooms, like,
and I know clip or
and I know clip or something. I don't know.
So there is a Backrooms movie coming out by A24 that they greenlit from Kane Pixels. So I have,
Really?
I hope that's good.
It better be shot the way that
I really
episode
hope that
was.
Kane is like a lead creative director.
And they
He's gotta
actually,
be.
no, he is. He's like
Good.
at the head of it.
Good.
And they also did, American Horror Story actually did a series on the Backrooms. It's called American Horror Story Backrooms, I think. And it was not received well. They just missed the assignment completely.
Maturing is realizing American Horror Story was never scary or good. It was just
I've
gore
never
porn.
seen any of it.
I haven't seen any of
Kagan
it.
and I sat down and watched some of it.
It was literally just like fetish stuff. Like it wasn't scary. It was
I
just
I saw like someone that looks like a miner in it on the screen.
What?
There's like a girl in it. She looks little,
I didn't know if you meant like child or like a coal miner.
like a child.
little pickaxe and
Well, that show
Yeah, a
it
pickaxe
doesn't
and a mining cap.
that show doesn't shy away from like. What am I trying to say? Like violence.
no.
Violence for violence's sake, or
Yeah, well, I think they kill off kids in that show, and they don't shy away from.
In Freak Show, a dude had like those lobster claw hand disease, you know, where he just had like big fingers.
hang on.
God. Special guests.
Special
Featuring
guests, terrorist
neighbors,
children.
neighbor children.
But in that, there was a dude with like that lobster claw disease where he just had like the big fingers. And there was this chick that was like a conjoined twin. I remember he fingers her with his big lobster.
I remember that. Yeah.
Lobster fucking thumb.
Okay, so
All right.
what show is this and what episode so I can avoid it?
It's just Freak Show.
Face at him,
It's
you're
like one of the
"That's
first
awful."
episodes of Freak Show. Watch at your own discretion.
See, I remember seeing like whenever American Horror Story was first starting to like become a thing. I remember like seeing all the previews and stuff and being like, "Oh yeah, that looks kind of cool and creepy," and never like
Yep.
Hey, it's an elite from Halo.
Sing Healy. What's his name? Evan Peters.
Yeah, Evan Peters. He was the dude with the lobster fingers.
Is this because of reach?
He's Spock. he's you know.
He's spocking it.
I think the last time we talked about the Backrooms was in our Liminal Spaces episode, which was episode 4 of this podcast, which we recorded last year.
God damn.
This is crazy.
It's also
bro.
a pretty popular episode of ours.
Yeah, it
isn't it?
is. I think it's because there's keywords in there: childhood nostalgia and liminal spaces.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I wonder. I haven't listened to that episode since it was released, so I wonder how
I
it
hope
holds
it's
up
good.
now. Yeah, I don't know,
I
man.
hope it's good.
But I guess we're starting with the Backrooms, and we only watched the first one, first episode. And these episodes are around 9-10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Pretty short.
The Backrooms one was just under 10 minutes. It was like 9 minutes and 50 something seconds, if I remember.
And I believe most of it was made in, like it was computer generated in Blender, I think, or another software, which is awesome. Pixels is hailed as being like a one of the greats when it comes
Yeah.
to computer generation.
The camcorder aesthetic with
Yeah.
like the static and the camera movement really helps to sell that it's not computer generated. It looks like a real
It
place.
looks real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hides the
Yeah, like the
3D
camcorder
renders.
filter and stuff kind of helps to make it look more
And
real.
just the camera shake and the
Yeah.
running and all that.
I think there's two things for me that draws my attention to the Backrooms specifically. The first one is the entities. I really like the creatures. I like any analog horror that has creatures in it.
Yeah.
so
Creator.
Creator.
I do like creatures in analog horror, but I feel like Backrooms is scarier with nothing there, like with the suspense
Yeah.
that there could
That
be
was-
something.
That was
but
my second reason for liking it is the liminal space aspect and the locations in the Backrooms.
Yeah.
See, for me, the most horrifying part of the Backrooms is the idea of like you can fall into it and you could just never find your way out. You could wander around for a few days until you die from either dehydration or lack of food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
well, I guess in Kane Pixels' series, there's like something in the air in the Backrooms that makes people, get sick really quickly and
Oh,
die.
yeah.
That's why, like in the games and stuff,
Mold.
you see people with like that are in full hazmat gear to try
Yeah.
and get.
Well, I
but
think that's what the rest of the series is about. Like the
Yeah.
main character no clips into the first room of the Backrooms or the first floor level, whatever,
and then he gets got by the
and then
entity.
his camera falls back to
Yeah.
Earth, and then people find
People
it.
find it, and they start looking.
Yeah, then they start to look for the Backrooms.
Which you notice in that
Yeah.
first episode, there is a part where he's walking through a hallway and then he stops because he starts like coughing. He just starts like
yeah.
because he's
Yeah.
been breathing that stuff in.
And I do want to say, like, all of us here watch Wendigoon on YouTube, and he's got a
Shout
lot of
out.
he's got a lot of videos on analog horror. He's a big analog horror guy.
I love
and
when
he
they do.
has a long video on the Backrooms. But I had never watched any of the official episodes all the way through before. Still haven't. We've only seen the first episode. I think Kagan has seen all of it. I'm not sure, but I really enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite. I do have a favorite actually. While we were watching, I was like, this shit is awesome.
I will say, for the Backrooms, it's more simple in its premise of like you no clip through reality and you're just stuck there.
For me, the Backrooms, and like with how popular it's gotten and how everywhere it's been for so long, it's kind of like lost its magic a little bit
Yeah.
because people
Little
have just
bit.
beaten it into the dirt. But it is still like that first episode, just taking it as it is, it's still such an interesting concept. And it's like, for me, the horror, it's like there doesn't even have to be a creature or any kind of thing making me sick. The idea of falling into this place and then
being
just
stuck
being
there.
lost there and wandering, just hopeless.
An endless maze.
Until eventually you just collapse from exhaustion, dehydration, something, and you just die and no one ever finds your body. Like that's horrifying to me. And
That
the fact
is
that you could
horrifying.
like trip and fall into it at any time.
Just
Yeah.
by
Like the idea that
falling
you could
weird.
just out of nowhere just clip into the back rooms.
Yeah, so a no clip, for those who don't know, is like it's a video game term when your character kind of falls out of the game space
Yeah.
where they're not supposed
When
to
you
go.
pass through a solid
Yeah.
surface, essentially.
So, in reality, for the Backrooms, if you no clip, you fall through the floor
Yeah.
or you
Yeah.
fall through a wall or whatever.
Because in the beginning of the video, they're like shooting a little amateur film,
Yeah.
and the cameraman, he's like, "Hey, back up and let's get another shot." And he's backing up, and he trips and he falls.
Yeah.
And whenever he falls, he just kind of falls through the ground and lands in the back rooms.
Yeah. I do want to talk about, I'm going to take the focus off of the series for a second and put it more so on the video games of the Backrooms. All 5 of us actually have played Escape the Backrooms together or something. I think that's what it's called. It's on
Yeah.
Steam.
There's so many; it's
It's
hard
pretty
to
fun.
remember.
It's pretty fun. I think we've all beaten the game at least once. It was a fun time. And
I
I
wish
will
it
say-
had more content.
I will
Yeah.
say, I wish it had more content. And also, with any kind of horror, for me, anyways, if I'm experiencing it with friends, it automatically becomes less scary, like
Yeah.
marginally. It's still a good time, but the tension just isn't what it would be if you were watching it alone or
Yeah.
Because
playing
it's
it
like
alone.
with your friends, you can joke around and make
yeah,
fun
like
of things.
lighten the tension.
Yeah.
You have actual camaraderie.
And
like-
so
that's the thing too. There is a way to avoid that happening because whenever you play games like Repo or any game that's a horror game with proximity chat, if your character dies or if you're too far away from your party, you can't talk to your friends. So, that kind of alleviates that humor a little bit.
It's the same with Phasmophobia.
And
so-
Repo's not scary anymore. It's just a really fun game to play with friends.
Initially,
Which
it was
Repo-
scary whenever you were the only one left,
Yeah,
man.
for me, it's like Repo's never really been too super scary for me. I'd say games like that were scary to me were like I was about to help him. Games like that were more scary to me. Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia
for
scares
sure.
me.
That
Like especially
stresses me out.
like if one of y'all is like downstairs, or if all of y'all are downstairs and I'm like upstairs by myself in a room, and like I'm just sitting there and all of a sudden a door next to me creaks open or something, or like the
Or, like,
lights turn off. Or,
You tell me to go explore this area and it's pitch black. It's like, you want me to go in
Yeah.
there?
it's like, hey Kagan, can you go? It's like, hey, we're gonna go into the well lit garage. Kagan, can you go check the basement for clues?
Dude, and it's like anytime I like hear the slightest noise, I come running upstairs. I'm like, Jake, Adam,
Dude, and the
we're
sound
good,
design,
I'm scared.
the sound design in Phasmophobia is so good.
It
You're
is
in the
great.
house, everything's like muffled. You can hear like air conditioning, and like every now and again you'll hear like a floorboard creaking, and you're like, what? It's
You
like
can hear your friends talking.
you don't know if it's like the ghost or if it's just like the house settling. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get off video games. Back to the main topic.
Yes. I did want to add, I do have a Backrooms game. I do not know which one it is because, like you said, Adam, there's so many.
Yeah.
That's a VR Backrooms game, and I played it, and it is scary, but it's mainly puzzle based.
Really, that's
Yeah.
weird.
So it was cool to be like in a VR space in the Backrooms, like especially that iconic first level with the lights and the yellow wallpaper
And
and
the
all that.
winding like
That was
weird
cool.
hallways.
That was cool, but it was way more puzzle based than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to touch on that for a second.
Anyway,
Good game. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways,
Back rooms.
Backrooms.
Good job, Kane.
Yeah, it's good. We can touch on it in a future episode if you guys want to. But we'll move on to the next one. I want to talk about the Adult Swim one that Adam told us about.
This
I
house
didn't-
piece.
That one was bizarre.
I didn't know about this one
That
until
one
Adam
was
said
one you
something.
really liked.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
I just wanted that. That's
Oh, okay.
the
I
next
was
one
like,
that we're going to talk
I
about.
was like, that was the one that you like really liked out of all
No.
of them. I was confused
No.
as shit the
No.
entire time.
No, me too. But I
Yeah.
hadn't heard of it before Adam had mentioned it, and this apparently aired on YouTube. I don't know when.
It
Not
didn't air on
Not
YouTube.
YouTube. Adult Swim.
Yeah.
I don't know when.
I don't remember when either.
It said it was 9 years ago when it was uploaded to the
Okay.
YouTube channel.
When it was on YouTube.
And it's
It was-
2025.
It's on
so that's
Adult
9 years
Swim.
ago.
That's
YouTube
2016.
channel.
But it could have
Okay.
been before that, and they just uploaded it later.
That's
Yeah.
when Harambe died.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's
a
not.
downer.
Harambe died in 2015 or
Jamie?
2014.
Jamie, when did Harambe die?
That's when
Yeah.
the world went to
I
shit.
think it was 2014.
When did Mungie die? And it was
2016.
2016.
Really?
Yeah.
Ethan was right. I eat my words. I really
Don't
thought it was
question my
2015. Yeah, Ethan was right. I eat crow on this one.
Adam, tell us about this one, man, because you had seen it before, and Ethan, Kagan, and I had never seen it before.
So I had seen that one a long time ago because I had a friend a long time ago that was like, I don't know, he's the one who showed it to me, and he also was like really, not necessarily obsessed with it, but he was one of those people, like it was confusing, but he was trying to like figure out exactly what it meant. So it's a very short thing. It's only like 12 minutes long, thereabout. And the basic premise is like it's a bunch of security cameras in this house. The title is "This House Has People in It."
Yeah. Hey.
And what seems to be happening is they're about to have a birthday party for the son of the family, and everybody in the house. There's a mom and dad, what appears to be their son and daughter, and then a baby
And a
and
grandma,
grandma.
yeah.
And then there's also a plumber that's like working on something in the basement.
Yep.
And you know, from the very beginning, like the mom and dad are just having like very innocuous conversation in the kitchen, but then it cuts to a different camera and they're just kind of like walking around their daughter, who's just laying face down on the floor of the kitchen, and she's there from the very beginning and she just doesn't move. And they don't like they're just kind of like pretending like she's not there for a little while and just kind of walking around her and doing stuff in the kitchen and whatever. And like I said, they're about to have a birthday party for the son. The house is decorated. There's happy birthday banners. There's, you know, tablecloth in the living room with little games and stuff on it. And it's so hard to talk about.
From there, it kind of
From
like
there, it
2-3
just slowly
minutes in,
unravels.
it's just chaos.
Actually, it very quickly unravels.
Yeah.
So
it's just
I have a question about the son. Did he kill himself?
No.
I don't know what happened to him. He was doing something on his bed and then he just vanished.
Yeah. I think I remember one thing was that you remember the scene whenever they went upstairs to get the mattress off of his
Yeah.
bed?
Yeah.
Whenever they pull it off of his bed, you can see like, you know, the boards where the mattress rests on, then there's a bunch of just clutter under the bed. I think if you look very closely, he is under the bed,
really.
under those boards.
So is he starting to sink? As
I don't
well?
know.
What
Yeah,
the
I don't know
hell?
either. What I will say,
I watched like an hour and 40-minute explanation of what happens in that video, and
Yeah.
I still don't really get it.
I mean, it's on par for
One
Adult
thing that I
Swim.
don't think you noticed is
Yeah.
that, so if you look around the house, there is like a little animated character that the son appears to be obsessed with, and it looks kind of like Sonic, but it's called Boomy the cat, and it's a blue cat, and there are 2 shots where you can see him outside the house.
Oh.
Really?
Like on the security camera, when you see the deer, you see him kind of like pan
Oh,
across
that's
the
what
did
that
see
bottom of the
was?
that.
screen.
I didn't know what it was.
That
I
was
just saw
him.
that.
And then also it cuts to the next shot and you see in the bottom right corner leaving the frame.
See, this one has layers, bro.
Dude, there's
It's
so
got
much shit going
layers.
on and none of it makes sense.
That is insane. I will
There's
say,
the guy on TV that's like Bob Ross, but he's like
Yeah.
working with clay, and the whole time at first it's pretty normal, and he's like slowly starts talking about something called like what's it called, like Lids disease or something, and how it's real. And then there's like a shot of the baby sitting in a high chair playing with clay like he is on the TV, and he gets more and more vulgar as the thing goes on.
He's like, I can say shit like 2 times.
Or he's like, I can say shit. I just want to remind y'all, I can say shit 3 times. Well, 2 times. I said it once while explaining that I could say it 3 times.
Was that what the kid was watching?
That was what
or
the
that
grandma
what
was
the
watching.
grandma was
That's what
watching?
Grandma was watching in
Yeah,
the
get
living
your
room.
fingers in there.
Yeah,
or
feels
whatever
like a
she
warm
said.
body. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Grandma was watching in the living room.
I will say though. Oh, were you done? I'm sorry.
I mean, I was just going to continue the
Yeah, go ahead.
explanation.
Sorry.
So what happens is, as this continues, eventually the mom and the dad they acknowledge their daughter that's laying on the floor. Apparently they were just ignoring her because they thought she was having some kind of episode.
Yeah.
And eventually they're like, all right, come on, it's time to get up off the floor. Come on, get up. And the dad crouches down and starts trying to like pick her up, but she's stuck. And then they both try and get her up and she's stuck. And you find like slowly you start to notice she's like sinking through the floor.
Yep.
And then it like shows a shot where the plumber's working in the basement and he looks up and the camera pans up and you can see her face kind of like half
And her hair
coming through the floor and her
falling.
hair hanging down.
Love that visual. That
Yeah.
was awesome.
And it's just things get more and more chaotic from there. The dad starts fucking just constantly just screaming and tweaking, and he gets really sweaty and red.
Lost it, dude.
And he just starts talking about like, I don't even know, man.
Love for his wife.
He's
and
like,
I love you. I worship you.
we are
we're
bound,
kicking
we're
and
strong
we're screaming
together.
and punching.
He
or
just-
something
he has
like
We
a-
love their grinding teeth.
He has a
Yeah.
full breakdown, and the mom gets the plumber to help her, and they go upstairs. At first, the plumber gets like a 2x4 and starts like pushing her, trying to hold her up, and before she falls through the floor, but that doesn't work. So eventually, they go get a mattress and they bring it downstairs. And whenever she finally falls through the floor and hits the mattress, the camera's like just fucking. All you hear is screaming and static, and then it just kind of ends.
No,
And you see
it-
a shot of
yeah.
like the party goers throughout
Outside
the
of the house.
Throughout the thing, they were showing up while all this was happening, and the dad told the son not to let them come in for any reason. And they were, you see various shots of them just doing stuff in the yard, and then at the end, you just see them all just laying face down in the yard.
Like
But
the,
as
like the
it
daughter.
was, as the stuff was happening, they were like opening the gifts and playing with the stuff, and there was just trash
Strewn.
and stuff everywhere over their yard, and
It's
they
a
were
weird
all
one.
acting erratic.
It's a weird one.
It's a lot. I cannot explain like anything, and I've watched. Shut up. I've
It's hard
watched.
to explain.
I have watched an hour and 40-minute explanation of what's going on, and I still don't get it.
I want to watch that video, so I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
at some
Bryce, have
point.
you ever heard of this one?
Yeah,
No.
No.
It aired on Adult Swim.
I hadn't either.
There is another one that we saw in the recommended. It's called Unedited Footage of a Bear. And I'm pretty sure that it is made by the same people, but it also went up on Adult Swim. We didn't watch that one. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I haven't seen
personally.
that one.
But yeah, I haven't watched Unedited Footage of a Bear. But I don't get this house has people in it. I just think it's fun.
I thought it was. Yeah, it was. For me, it was the funniest.
And
one,
it's kind
'cause
of weird that it aired on Adult Swim for some reason.
honestly that it's right on par for
Yeah,
Adult
kinda.
Swim. Like
Adult
late
Swim
night Adult
makes
Swim.
weird shit.
Late night Adult Swim that fits right in.
Yeah.
It's like an extended late night bumper for them.
Yeah.
Those. Have you guys ever seen that one that's it's like a peaceful scene of like a lake and for like 2 seconds, and then there's like a witch's face that flashes on the screen real fast, and then that's the bumper.
Yeah.
It's the face. It says Adult Swim, and then it's done.
I'm
See,
sure I've seen it.
I like how they would do the ones where it was like landscapes, but the Adult Swim logo was somewhere in the picture,
Yeah.
and I'd try and find
Yeah.
it. They'd give you like it would be on screen for like 5 to 10 seconds, and you just have to try and spot the Adult
And
Swim
it'd be
logo.
that one song where it's like, running away isn't easy. Can't even try."
They always have really banging songs for some
They
reason.
do. They have a radio station.
Dude, there was
too,
nothing-
It's
apparently.
called it's called Adult Swim Ambient or Ambience or something like
yeah,
that.
something
It's
like
actually
that.
pretty good.
It's on HBO Max.
There was nothing like
where I watched
being
it.
a kid and being up at like ungodly hours, anywhere between 1 and 3, and watching Adult Swim.
Dude, I think we talked about that in our Adult Swim episode, the adult animation.
adult
episode.
animation.
Yeah. But this one it's not a series. It's just a one and
It's
done.
just a one-off.
And
I think there was some like online stuff, like a scavenger hunt through a
Oh,
blog and a bunch
okay.
of websites that were related to it. But I don't know too much.
Ethan, you're
fired.
fired.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'll clean up my desk.
fired.
Did you burp?
Yeah.
It was involuntary. It just kind of came out.
Yeah, I do think there was a bunch of like stuff online though related to that one after the fact, with like a bunch of hints from the video and people trying to like decode it, and like websites set up under like IPs and stuff that were in the video.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have we discussed any of your favorites yet?
We have not discussed
Have not.
Jurassic Park, I don't think.
That's the next one
Yeah.
that I was wanting to talk about. So I didn't know this was a thing until Ethan brought it up. There's Jurassic Park analog horror, which can be very terrifying.
Yeah.
I will say it.
If
can
it's
be.
done well.
If it's done well.
Which that one kind of rides the line between analog horror and found footage.
Yes, I
But-
was thinking the same thing. And there's also, whenever we were watching it, I thought of FNAF analog horror, which I've seen some of that, and it's actually pretty freaking scary, dude. But like Ethan said, if it's done right, it's really good. The two Jurassic Park analog horror one and dones that we watched, the second one was better than the first, but they were both okay, in my opinion.
Yeah.
For me, my favorite part of the second one was whenever the dude's like was like screaming for help.
Yes.
And he's like trying to find him, and he shows up, and he's like hanging in the Velociraptor's mouth from like his head.
So I'm sure we can throw up a picture of like a freeze frame from one of these Jurassic Park analog horrors, but I think it would have worked better if the footage was in black and white, because I don't know if you guys have seen this video on like social media, but there is a video that shows, it's a black and white video that shows the cameraman is in frame, he's got like a whole lake, and then on the other side of the lake is T-Rex coming out of bushes or trees or whatever, and it's like this is what T-Rexes actually sounded like. And then it has that sound bit where it's like,
it's just like a
terrifying.
a
It's
deep,
like, it's deep,
vibration,
it's warbling,
Yeah.
fucking terrifying. And then it just cuts off. That's scary to me. That's freaky.
Yeah.
You would feel it.
Yeah, you would feel the vibrations of the dinosaurs. But that is freaky. That freaks me out. The two that we watched didn't really freak me out.
Yeah.
They weren't even disturbing to me.
Damn.
But it's cool. I like that subgenre of analog horror, like with already known IPs. Like I'm sure Alien analog horror, like Predator and Alien analog horror, Xenomorph. That would probably go hard. It's probably a thing on the internet. I don't know.
It might be.
I mean, there's analog horror of Godzilla, so I'm sure there is.
That's really good. I don't know why I wouldn't think of that. I love Godzilla
So,
analog horror.
Talking about analog horror, like we said, analog horror is an offshoot that came from the found footage genre.
Yeah.
Which found footage, classic. You think of the original Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
You think of Cloverfield.
Look at that.
That's what I was going to bring up. Was in terms of like a found footage classic other than Blair Witch Project, I immediately think of Cloverfield.
There's also I think a movie called Super 8, which was like it was an old 2000s.
Yeah, I remember. I know.
movie
I've heard the name.
about an alien, but it was also kind of a found footage-esque
Yeah.
looking
It
thing.
was filmed like Earth to Echo or something like that, where you're just the main characters carry the cameras with them.
Yeah. And that was fine, but
Sorry, we're just looking at
we're
what
looking
Bryce is looking through right now.
I see some of the eyes from the Mandela Catalog in that picture.
I see the boiled man.
That's from the Mandela Catalog.
I see the boiled man.
What is
the
that
boiled
dolphin
man?
man? That's okay.
It's
That
just
dolphin
makeup.
man.
That's just makeup.
Careful. Never mind.
There's some more Mandela Catalog.
Do we want to talk about Gemini Home Entertainment?
Yes.
All right.
So-
Kagan? Yeah.
I was gonna say, out of all the ones we watched, I think my favorite might have been the first one.
The
about
first
the
Gemini
the
Home
weird animals one.
Okay.
Yeah.
About the weird animals.
So this one at first seemed to me like an anthology. Like each episode was different, but it actually all connects. We didn't
Yeah.
finish this one.
It was
Yeah.
connected in the same universe.
Yeah, we didn't finish this one, and I didn't know about it until Kagan said something about it. So Kagan, can you tell us a
I
little
had
bit about
heard of this one, but I've
So-
never seen it.
I'm still kind of vague on details. I have a vague idea of what it's about, but it's kind of like those old infomercials about things, and it starts out with talking about like creatures of nature and what state was
Thunderstorms?
what state
Oh,
was
yeah,
it
yeah.
in?
Oh, it was
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. It was like animals of Minnesota, and it was like
The Greater Prairie Chicken.
it was like the greater prairie chicken, the,
The
burrowing
burrowing
owl.
Yeah.
Wood crawlers, and you're like, "What the fuck is
okay.
a wood crawler?" Because it just shows a picture of like a wooden,
it
like
just shows like trees.
bush,
Yeah.
and you're like, "What the fuck is a wood crawler?" And then it starts talking about it's like, their favorite places to nest are inside homes with
Family
large
households,
families
yeah.
where they can swarm them.
There will be screaming.
It's like, if you will hear screaming, they stole their voices.
Yeah.
And then it shows like the outside of a house with a man with a camera, like recording a bunch of
Quote unquote people.
quote unquote, and they're called fake people, is what it refers to them as, and they're just kind of standing around the kitchen, just very still.
Yeah, and
Like
they're like
statues.
a lot of the times in a lot of those shots, like especially the guy who was outside, just kind of like
Yeah, he was doing
moving his
something
jaw.
with his jaw.
It felt like it was like trying to figure out how to be a person in a
Yeah.
lot of those
Just
shots.
trying to figure out how to talk or
like
whatever.
it was trying to figure out how to move its face whenever the lady was walking back and forth through the kitchen. It's like maybe it's like trying to figure out how to walk normally.
Because whenever you'd see it, it looked like she was just sliding.
Yeah, it seemed like they
Like
were
she
trying
wouldn't
to
be-
trying to
Just
learn how to
power gliding.
imitate
Yeah.
people.
Sliding in the lamb.
And then that was the first one, and the first one's probably my favorite too. And then it goes through like a bunch of things, and then because it kind of goes all over the place. One of them, the planet is like an eye
Yeah,
called the Iris. Which
it does,
planet
like-
was it? Was it
it starts
Neptune?
with our solar system, and it would like at first it was normal. It talked about Mercury normally, and then Venus and Earth and Mars, and then
And then
eventually
it starts
it was
getting
like
vague.
Jupiter. It was like the great spot. It's not an eye. Saturn, the rings, they're beautiful. They're a gateway.
Yeah.
I do want to say we're kind of getting into the territory now of what I think most analog horror series, the same format that most analog horror series follow, which is a mixture of media, but mostly that the found footage clips and then text. There's a lot, like you have to read a lot of some of these things. Like some of the Mandela Catalogue has voice recordings.
Yeah.
But a lot of these also just have straight up text that you have to read,
Yeah.
which is part of it. That's part of it. It's awesome. And a lot of these, the Gemini Home Entertainment episodes have a lot of reading into them.
You know one we should have looked at?
What?
The Monument Mythos.
Oh,
That
the
dude. You can
Monument
mention
Mythos.
that one.
Yeah.
But back to
So we didn't finish Gemini Home Entertainment, but later on in the series, so it mentions something called Nature's Mockery, and it doesn't elaborate what that is at first, but later on you realize Nature's Mockery is a plant that kind of consumes biomass, like people mostly,
Yeah.
and it kind of fuses them with the plant so they become unable to move, and they're just kind of left in this like dying state, but it won't kill them.
So it's
So-
like the flood where it just uses them as like
Yeah, but they can't
food
move.
source.
They're stuck.
Yeah.
Where they get fused to. But it was talking about fake people and how like if you're out in the woods, these are things to avoid, like sounds to avoid. Talks about like coyote howls,
Cougar screams.
cougar screams, and then it was just auditory hallucinations, and it's just a person screaming bloody murder
like
for
screaming
help.
for help. Like, help me.
Help me, please.
And it's like, ignore. It's like if they can hear you, they know where you are. Or if you can hear them, they can hear you too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you hear them, they're close.
and it
Yeah.
zooms in on
Later.
a guy in a field, and he's screaming like "Help me!"
And he's just
he's just
standing.
walking around. He's standing at first, and then he starts,
then he starts like walking towards where that
walking.
guy is.
Yeah,
He's just kind of. It's very like obvious he's not a person.
It's like
Creepy.
a stiff like
yeah.
creek.
Almost
walk.
like a zombie.
just
Yeah.
learning how to walk kind of thing.
And a lot of these are kind of slow burns as well.
Oh,
they
for sure.
are.
And I vibe with that kind of horror slow burn.
I do too. It's Gemini is pretty good. There's a lot more to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just for time constraint reasons, we didn't get to watch it all. But I think that's all I have to talk about for Gemini.
That reminded me of Skinamarink.
Skinamarink, yeah.
Wendigoon also did a video on Skinamarink, and that is there's not a whole lot of analog horror movies like Ethan was talking about earlier, but Skinamarink is one of them. And Adam mentioned the Blair Witch Project as being like a precursor
Yeah, it was
to these kinds of movies.
one of the two of the earliest analog horrors, which I haven't seen No Through Road, but I have seen Marble Hornets, which is a kind of a precursor to Slender Man, actually.
Oh yeah, Slender Man.
And it's about this dude that's like, put the knife in your eye.
Yeah, that's a quote from Skinamarink. It fucks me up. Dude.
But in Marble Hornets, it's about this dude who has like he has this feeling he's being watched. So he looks out the window and he sees this tall, like Slender Man figure. And as the days go by, he keeps like recording, and the figure gets closer and closer to like his house until like one night he opens the window and it's standing like right at his front door, and he's just like looking. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" And it just turns and looks at him.
Oh god.
I'm good.
And
actually.
I was like, oh, scary. That came out in
Okay.
2009.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, that man sure is slender.
Did you guys ever see the official Slender Man movie that came out in like
I remember
2017 or 16? It was
I saw
really
plenty
bad.
of
movie?
things about it, and I heard about it, and I knew that it was awful.
It's bad. It's really bad.
I wasn't gonna watch. I never planned on watching it.
See, I was never really into Slender Man. That was a little bit before my time, honestly.
Agent 47 has a mutation problem.
Yeah, Slender Man does look like Agent 47 sometimes from Hitman. But no, are we done with Gemini?
I
Yeah,
think so.
I think so.
I enjoyed the anthology nature of this one. I liked how each one was a different kind of anomaly or
That's what's kind of cool about it. Is it may seem like that, but as it goes on, they kind of loop back around
together.
into coming back together. So
Yeah.
you're like, why is it talking about fake people and
Yeah.
things, and then why is this fucking planet an eye?
See,
and
they
then it
were
loops back
talking-
around to explaining as to why it's like that.
Yeah,
You're
they
like,
were talking about building a
God.
bunker, and then in that one episode, he like goes into a bunker, and it's exactly to the specifications of what a bunker that needed to be built was like.
wasn't that one that kind of framed everything in a game,
Yes,
Yeah.
video game? Is it a fictional video game or is it
you
a real?
can play it. I think
Yeah, you can play it.
it's called a Lethal Omen.
Lethal
Lethal
Omen.
Omen.
The guy that made the series, Gemini Home Entertainment, he made the game like playable.
Okay, so it was like it's a fictional game in that universe.
Yes, but it's also a real game you can play.
Okay, and it's kind of in the style of Doom,
It's
or
like
like
an-
old Tomb Raider.
It's an
Not
old
Tomb
like
Raider.
4-bit game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Hell
I was at least the audio. Like the audio was so crunchy. I was like, dude, this is like 4-bit audio.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
But it
very
was
enticing
awesome bad, you know.
soundscape. Yeah.
But no, in that one, it's like I remembered because we saw it, and he walks into this clearing, and there's like this weird mass in the middle that's like, and there's like a human face kind of half sticking out of it, and we're like, what the hell is that? And then in the next one we watched, it talked about nature's mockery. And I was like, oh shit, that's that thing that was in the thing that we were wondering what it was. It was like, that's a weird monolith with a person in it. It's like,
Yeah.
no, that's the plant.
Nature's mockery.
Yeah,
that
nature's mockery.
fuses you to it
Yeah.
and lets you
Nice.
perpetually suffer.
Perfect. It's exactly what I wanted.
Oh yeah,
It's just what I wanted,
just great.
actually. Great. Forgot the straw. Great. It's exactly what I wanted, actually.
I think the last two that we watched were the Mandela Catalogue and then
Local 58.
Local 58.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Which
have a preference?
Mandela Catalogue was the first one we watched, and then we wrapped it up with the first episode of the Backrooms, but before that it was Local 58.
So we're kind of going backwards here, but
A little bit.
I say let's do Mandela Catalog last because
okay, yeah.
That one's a lot.
That one's a lot, and me and Adam actually know the full story of that one.
So Local 58 was actually my favorite. We didn't
I
finish
really like Local 58.
but it is my favorite that we watched.
I thought we watched all of Local 58.
Yes, we
I
did.
think we watched all but the last two.
Damn, I'm gonna have to do that later.
We did not
I
finish it.
love that one, and it actually incorporates some of my favorite things that you can find in the series, which is when they include old cartoons.
Yeah.
Like the old
Fictional-
1920s,
fictional or not.
1930s.
I don't know if because the way that Local 58 is presented to you, it's like an old TV channel. It does, I think, news, children's TV show. It just says like in quotations, children's TV show.
Yeah.
And I think that was either the first or second episode where it shows you the cartoon.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is a fictional one or not, but it was called like Cadaver,
A grave mistake.
A Grave Mistake, and it was like an old Looney Tunes-esque cartoon.
It
And
reminded me of very, very
It's like
old.
Yeah.
It's
black
like in
and
the
white
art
Mickey
style
Mouse.
Steamboat
of
Willie.
Betty
Steamboat
Boop.
Willie. Yeah. Yeah, Cadaver, A Grave Mistake. I actually really love the character designs in this one as well. Yep, right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an actual thing or
It's
just made
not.
for...
It's not. They created it for.
That's awesome.
Oh, it is a thing.
Oh.
1929. I don't think it's. They definitely edited it from the original,
Yeah.
I believe, because like that stuff would not be
No, it wouldn't. I love the imagery in that episode where...
like whenever he looks into the grave.
Yes.
And
the
it's
stuff
like-
in there is definitely not,
Not
what was
TV
originally in it.
appropriate. Yeah. But that one was my favorite. I really enjoyed that one. And again, I hadn't heard of it until Kagan mentioned it. So,
I love Local 58. I really like See, they're the only one that I think doesn't fit the Local 58 format is the first thing in the series, and it's the, what is it? You're approaching your destination or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's just like a person driving and his GPS keeps rerouting him. And it's like he starts in like a city and then he's on like a highway and then he gets onto like a little side road and then he's on like a dirt road through like woods and mountains. Like it's barely even, you couldn't even consider it a road. It's more like a path. And he's driving and it's just like, it just keeps directing him. It's like, keep driving. And then eventually it's like, in 300 feet, turn off your headlights.
And then he turns around.
He
For
stops,
some
he
reason,
turns
he
off his headlights.
stops and turns off his
He
headlights.
starts to hear he hears like a sound of some kind of like creature. And he starts just tearing ass through the woods, like trying to get away. And the GPS the whole time is like, make a U-turn, make a U-turn. Your destination is behind you. It's like, your destination is in 300 feet. Your destination is in 200. 50. It's like,
Your
it's getting
destination
closer.
is rapidly approaching you.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. I
And
didn't
it's like,
catch that, I
at the
guess.
end, it's like whatever it is catches up to him. And it's like a shot of the dash cam, like on the ground. You can see fire and stuff. And it's just like, you have arrived.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But it doesn't, like, it's weird because it doesn't fit into the, like, TV station
Yeah,
format.
the rest of Local 58 is just a series of like news broadcasts.
My favorite one is the one about with the notification from the government
telling
being
you
like,
to put a gun in your
being
mouth.
like the
yeah.
country has fallen, and it's like but they will take our land, they will take everything, but they'll never take the American spirit. And it was like, do one last service to your country to die as a true American. Take a gun, put it to the roof of your mouth, pull the trigger.
It said in parentheses with the barrel.
Yeah, with the hole at the end of the barrel, pull the trigger, and then it's like you don't see it for long, but at the end there's like a flash of like, if you pause it, you barely briefly see it. It's telling you to like go ahead and do the same thing for any pets and infants that cannot do it themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like
Fucked.
law enforcement has
Fucked.
been informed to ensure your compliance. And then it like all cuts out and glitches out, and then eventually it's like it comes up with a thing that's like, I'm sorry, that was a mistake, that was a hoax. So we apologize for any confusion.
Oh, yeah. That's like a slap in the face, dude.
Yeah.
It's gotta suck, man.
Because
Imagine your government putting a thing on the TV telling you it's like the country has fallen.
Kill
Die a
yourself.
real American, kill yourself. Like,
It's like, nah, I'm good. Nah,
and
I'm
then
quite
being
alright.
told that all law enforcement officials have been told to ensure your compliance. Essentially, it's like if you're not going to do it, they will do it.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying. What's the overarching for that, Kagan?
That was one, like, I've watched it, but I still have trouble with, like, I think it's just a series of, like, news propaganda.
Oh, okay.
I know essentially for Local 58, the basic story is that the moon is this enemy
Evil.
entity. Yeah, the moon is evil, essentially. Because in
Evil
that first
moon.
one, there's another public service announcement being like, don't go outside, don't look at the night sky, don't look at the moon, don't look at mirrors. Like, it's in the light.
Oh,
Stay
right,
away
right,
from the
right.
light.
The moon is causing problems.
Yeah, and like in Cadaver, like I'm
He
sure
looks up at the moon.
I'm
and
sure you
then-
notice the moon has a
Yeah.
smile, and then
Yeah.
whenever he looks into the first grave, he gets scared, and he's like walking around, and the moon still has a smile, but it's closer. And then he looks into the next grave, and there's like that weird little creature in it.
Embryonic.
Yeah, and then he goes to the next thing, and he's still walking scared, but the moon's closer, and it's not smiling anymore. It's just like.
Yeah.
And then in that last scene where he goes underground and he climbs into his own grave, and he's just laying there, you see the moon start to come over, and then when it does, it comes back down, and he's dead.
Yeah. I
So
love that one.
The
I love
moon
it.
is the enemy entity
Moon's haunted.
in Local 58.
What? Moon
It's like
is
essentially
haunted.
it's some kind of like basically Lovecraftian horror
Yeah.
that
Love.
like induces some kind of psychosis or something into people, forcing them to
Hell yeah.
that's essentially what I know about Local 58. I
Yeah.
need to review, but
That one was my favorite, and I will be finishing it.
I do really like Local 58. I like the real sleep thing because it's like
Yeah,
imagine laying in bed and watching that.
Is it the Mandela Catalogue? Was that the one where it has the video that you're supposed to show your toddler?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay, we'll get to that in a second because I got them a little confused. But yeah, the last one, or I guess the first one we watched was Mandela Catalogue. And
Indeed.
that's the one that we'll end on. I don't know a whole lot about this one.
I
don't think
know
Ethan
a
does
lot
either.
about
Kagan
Mandela.
and Adam do, so take it away, guys.
You go first.
Me go first. Okay, so essentially,
Because I know a rough layout, but I know more of the bigger
picture.
like reveal stuff.
Yeah. I know that essentially, like I'm sure you noticed in the beginning, whenever we first started watching it, it has very heavy religious overtones. And it starts with like this cartoon of
Mary and
essentially,
Joseph.
Mary and Joseph and the wise men, the birth of Jesus, the nativity scene. And it starts with like a cartoon of like an angel telling the wise men, like, the baby will be born and be in a manger, all that other stuff, and then going to Mary. And then it changes.
Ethan, wake up.
I'm listening. Did I look like I was falling asleep?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
like-
sorry.
And then it changes, it shifts because something happens essentially, and the angel's face gets censored. The angel that comes to them, it was the archangel Gabriel. But so essentially in the Mandela Catalogue, I know a big thing is that it's an alternate timeline from the one that we live in. Essentially, back in that time, Gabriel was replaced
With
by an alternate, essentially.
Oh, God.
So that's why it changed to from a normal Gabriel to that one with the fucked up face.
He's called the false Gabriel.
Yeah, he's called like the false idol, the false Gabriel.
Evil Gabriel.
Yeah, Larry.
So, have you explained what an alternate is?
So an alternate is basically a creature that will try and take your place, but it normally has very unhuman proportions.
Yes, it is very deformed.
Very deformed in like it could have a really long head or abnormally long limbs. And its whole purpose is to take your place. It even tells you know your place in reality. Because you're not supposed to be there. So false Gabriel sends alternates to replace people.
Yeah, and essentially, most of the time, alternates, they won't even, in most of these situations, they won't like physically harm you. They'll just sit there and basically talk you into killing yourself.
They'll
So they can take your
psychologically
place,
madness.
They'll psychologically like
torment you until you just.
even in the infomercial it says don't try to commune with them because that's how they get you is through their psychic power of just, hey, maybe you should, So it talks about Caesar and Mark, and Caesar calls Mark and says, hey Mark. Oh, hi Mark.
Hi, Mark.
I did not hit her. I
Hey,
did
I'm
not.
taking my mom to the emergency room. She's like passed out cold. Can you go to our house and turn on the security cameras because of all the things they've been saying on the news? We want to make sure that nothing got in the house. And Mark is just like, okay.
Well, it was because they got robbed.
They got
so
robbed.
they installed security cameras and they forgot to turn them on before. Well, Caesar forgot to turn them on because he was taking his mom to the hospital.
And Mark was like, "Are you sure that's a good idea with all the police reports?" And the police reports alternates are such a problem that police reports tell you how to deal with them.
Yeah.
But they also say that the higher ups say that if police dispatch get calls about alternates to ignore them.
Yeah, they have a training video for like what to do, and they have one for if there's a fire, if there's criminal activity, if there's medical attention needed, and then the fourth one is like alternate protocol, and it's like essentially it just says if a customer or if someone calls reporting that a strange person in their house or something like that, do not send police officers. Calmly, quote unquote, reassure them
that help is
on the way, and then hang up when their screaming stops.
Yeah, because it's such a problem that the police are like, we aren't doing anything about this.
Yeah,
The police are like, fuck that.
like I can't blame
Yeah, we're
them.
just not gonna. Nah.
And so Mark goes over to Caesar's house, turns on the cameras, and he's like, hey, can you make sure you get a good view of the hallway? And at like 3:50 a.m., 3:51
I think
to
it was
3:33.
3:33.
3:31 to 3:33.
Yeah.
He says, it says there's motion detected, and you see, like, you don't outright see it, but you see movement in the cameras.
You see
then
like eyes in the
you
darkness.
see eyes in the darkness, and you hear a bunch of like mocking and of like Mark's voice being like, Mark, let me in.
Yeah.
See, it's not. That's the thing. I know in that scene it isn't Mark's alternate, it's Caesar.
Caesar.
And it doesn't. Mark actually he leaves, like he gets away from Caesar's house and goes back home, but he's like writes in his notebook to Caesar. He says it followed me home.
It followed him home, and
It torments him.
it basically trapped him in his room for days.
Yeah.
Because it just waited outside the door.
So one of my favorite parts of the Mandela Catalogue, we did not get to it.
Oh man.
Well, there's like two that I think of off the top of my head that we didn't get to.
Okay.
But one of my like the most bone chilling like things that it says, and it's Mark, is somewhere in his notebook, like he's recording about it, and he's like, it's been days. I've asked for help, no one's coming. I've been praying, no one is answering these prayers. And it was like he starts to be like, I don't think there is a God. So what have I been praying to?
Oh.
Yikes.
And it's the false Gabriel.
And then, long story short, the alternate convinces Mark to kill himself.
Oh.
And he does kill himself because when you hear the part where he goes, "You fucker," and you just hear the gunshot, he didn't shoot the alternate, he shot himself in the head. Because then later on it shows Mark's body, like a picture of his
Yeah,
body.
like sprawled out on a bed. And just
Oh, man.
Yeah. And that's season 1.
yeah, there's a lot more.
There's more?
There's plenty of stuff that I haven't even seen.
I was going to say, in season 2, it focuses on 2 different characters, Jonah and Adam.
Yeah.
And they're hunting alternates,
They
quote
made
unquote,
like a false
They're like a
business out of it.
paranormal society.
Yeah.
thing.
quote unquote.
But they're also wanted people.
I do know
They're
stuff
just
about
delinquents.
I do know stuff about Adam.
Oh,
So,
I do too.
Do you remember the thing, the little infomercial where it's like a mother and she goes into a room where the crib is and
Yeah.
she looks in the crib and it's empty, and then
She hangs herself.
She hangs herself as a result. The baby in the crib was Adam.
Oh.
That disappeared, and his mother hung herself. That's why Jonah was talking about, you know what these things did to your mom.
Oh,
And it's like,
okay.
and you will join her if you go down there. Like,
And then
okay.
the big reveal, I think, is insane, is that it reveals that Adam is an alternate. He was replaced at birth by the alternate. So he is an alternate, but he grew up as a human. And it kind of explains throughout that, like, that's why, because he has encounters with alternates several times, but they never attack him or, like, do anything to him. And you later reveal that the reason why is because he is also an alternate, so they don't bother him.
Mind blown.
after we finish recording, I want to pull up the one scene that I was hoping we'd get to.
Okay.
But
I kind of want to watch all of it in full
yeah,
later on.
Yeah, it's really good, and that reveal is crazy. When you watch the entire story, you're like, holy shit.
yeah. The Mandela Catalogue
Holy
has
schmoly.
quickly become like a poster child of analog horror.
It's like the golden boy
It's
of
like
it,
the crown jewel of analog horror.
because it's a really good story.
It
and
is.
It's
Very interesting concept.
There's a lot that we didn't mention.
Oh, there's plenty of other
the
analog.
Walton Files.
Yeah.
the oldest view.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jake said, Marble Hornets. The oldest
That's
view is, like Kagan. Did I say Jake?
Yeah.
My bad. Like Kagan said, Marble Hornets. The oldest view, that's another Kane Pixels
Monument
project.
Mythos. Is
It's
that
also
Monument
really good.
Mythos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was actually my first foray into like sitting down and watching these things in full, like most of the videos in full. I haven't finished any of the series, but yeah.
Cool.
Cool. They're all very good. It's very. You have to sit through all of it to
Slow
like get
burn.
it because it is all of them seem to be very very.
It is a very slow burn, and I feel like a lot of them would be a lot scarier. Like we were all together, and so it's not that
Yeah.
bad. But if you're like alone, let's say it's like 11 p.m. and you're laying in bed in your room in the dark, and you were to watch the Mandela Catalogue,
You'd kind of scooch closer to the wall of yours.
Yeah, and Kagan had the bright idea of saying, "Hey, let's get gone and watch analog horror." And
I thought it
like,
was a good idea at the time, but then watching it here, I was like, I'm
Horrible.
glad we didn't do this because
horrible.
I would be
It's-
terrified.
no, it's not a good idea at all.
Nightmares.
Nightmare.
I'd see the false Gabriel and I go, ah, Kayla, help me, I'm scared.
And she's an alternate.
Just look at False Gabriel and just.
that,
I don't get it.
dude,
I don't get it.
that "What have I been praying to" line
Just chilling.
sends chills down my spine.
To Bussy. I'm going to pray to Bussy. He is the false. No, he's the
Bussy.
true. He's
Bussy.
the one true.
The one true
Lord.
God.
Consume.
Yeah.
Consume.
Bushies.
Hail Satan!
I think we're all kind of tired. Our brains are fried. from
We sat down
sitting
and
here.
watched Analog Horror for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
4 hours of
It was a
just
good time, but like
watching it.
I think it's time to not talk anymore. What do you think, guys?
Yeah,
I'm
I got
down.
a
Shots fired.
massive migraine.
Hopefully, next episode will be a real treat.
Or maybe, hey, it might be a trick. I might be doing tricks on it.
I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also not looking forward to it for the same reason
Of the
Of the snack cakes.
It's the
episode.
of the snack
Implication.
cake because
Yeah.
of the implication.
Yeah.
What's the topic? I
Eh,
forgot.
Adam, plug our shit.
Thank you for
you after
listening
recording.
and or watching to another episode of the It's Hard to Explain podcast. If you want to check us out, or if you've made it this far, then you've obviously been watching it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or really anywhere else that you can get podcasts. And if you wanted to check out our dope clips that Ethan makes, you can see those on Instagram, TikTok, and X, Twitter. And I guess that's about it.
Yeah, and I do want to say real quick, right at the end, before we get out of here, I do apologize if we're a little quiet or tired on camera. It's still a process. Like, this is new to us.
Yeah.
We're getting the hang of it.
I'm sheepy.
But, yeah, we'll see ya in the next one.
Adam jump scare.